watching a new number of The Week. Welcome and good evening. The President of the Republic, Abdulmajid Tebboune, received on Sunday the Minister of Foreign Affairs and European Affairs of the Republic of Croatia, Jordan Jelic Radman. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and European Affairs of the Republic of Croatia arrived in Algeria on a two-day visit. A government's meeting devoted to the supplementary development program of the province of Khenchela opened Sunday at the province's headquarters under the chairmanship of Minister of Finance, Ayman bin Abdurrahman. In his opening speech, the Prime Minister affirmed that the government's meeting held for the first time outside the capital, hosted by the province of Khenchela Combs, to implement the instructions of President of the Republic, Abdulmajid Tebboune, to boost development in this province. This meeting is held behind closed doors, in which the ministers will speak on the programs of their sectors for the development of this province. The Minister of Justice, Keeper of the Seas, Abdelrachid Tebbi, affirmed Algeria's full commitment to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption and its constant endeavor to harmonize its national legal system and its provisions. The minister's statement comes on the sidelines of his participation Monday from a distance in the work of the 9th session of the Conference of the Stars Parties to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, which has been held in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, during the period from 13 to 17 December 2021, where he said that Algeria confirms its full commitment to the United Nations Convention, the United Nations Anti-Corruption Committee, and its constant endeavor to harmonize its national legal system and its provisions with the adoption of the best practices derived from its principles. Prime Minister, Minister of Finance, Ayman bin Abdurrahman, stressed in Algiers the need to improve the competitiveness of domestic products so they compete with foreign ones products, because protectionist measures will not last. The PM advocated the contribution of practical research through the creation of a research and development center at each productive company. He also called to take advantage of local factors that can promote the competitiveness of domestic products, such as the cost of trained labor and some new international factors, like the renunciation by some European countries to certain industries due to rising energy prices. In the same vein, bin Abdurrahman emphasized the government's full support to domestic projects implemented locally by the Algerian community abroad. And on the same day, Prime Minister, Minister of Finance, Ayman Abdurrahman, stressed the need to increase the integration rate of the public military companies specializing in mechanical industry to 35%. Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad, Ramtan Al-Mamra, on Tuesday advocated a global approach to challenges arising from both the illicit financial and weapons into Africa. The head-to-head talks held Wednesday between the President of the Republic, Abdulmajid Tebboune, and his Tunisian counterpart, Kais Saied, at the Carthage Palace in Tunisia have been extended to delegations from both countries. President Tebboune was welcomed upon his arrival at Carthage International Airport by President Kais Saied and senior officials. Presidents Abdelmajid Tebboune and Kais Saied listened to the national anthems of the two countries. They greeted a military detachment that honored them, while 21 cannon shoots sounded in honor of the distinguished guest of Tunisia. The visit is in line with the actions undertaken by both countries to further boost the deep relationship of fraternity between the two brother peoples and expand the areas of cooperation to a quality level that meets the common desire of the leaders and the peoples of the two countries. The President of the People's National Assembly, Ibrahim Boughali, held a consultative meeting with the heads of parliamentary groups represented in the National People's Assembly. This meeting was devoted to assisting the parliamentary works as well as the tasks of the representatives abroad since the beginning of the 9th term until last Wednesday. During the meeting, the proposals of the heads of parliamentary groups regarding the amendments of General Instruction Number 2 of February 27, 2008 were studied, including the establishment of parliamentary friendship groups, their organization and tasks. And on his last day visit to Tunisia, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received on Thursday at his residence Tunisian Prime Minister Najla Bouden. The meeting was attended by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad, Ramtan Al-Mamra, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Tunisians Abroad, Uthman El-Jarandi. In a joint press conference with his Tunisian counterpart on the sidelines of his visit to Tunisia, President Abdelmadjid Tebboune said that Algeria and Tunisia are keen to advance bilateral cooperation in various fields in order to reach economic integration and unified and common prospects to strengthen the rooted brotherly relations between the two brotherly peoples. The President of the Republic stressed that this concern stemmed from a shared with and translates the strategic direction that we aspire to be based on the optimal exploitation of the elements of human, historical and cultural approachment. President Tebboune also indicated that it was agreed with the Tunisian president that the legal framework for regulating bilateral relations would be strengthened within this new perspective by signing an important number of agreements to enhance and expand bilateral cooperation in vital sectors for the next stage of our joint work. Health Minister Abdelrahman Ben Bouzid stressed that modernizing the sector has become more than a necessity. He stressed the need to work together to re-establish this health system so that they would be a qualitative lead in the health sector that would place Algeria in the first ranks. In his speech at an open session of the National People's Assembly, the minister indicated that there are many patients who go for treatment abroad, so we must work to develop the health system. On the other hand, the minister said that taking care of burn patients is one of the sector's priorities. He indicated that works will soon be completed to complete a hospital unit in Oran specialized in burns. The minister added that all the states he visited request a special interest in burns, explaining that burns interests need a resuscitation interest with specialists in resuscitation because the chest is affected by gases and smoke. Prime Minister, Minister of Finance Emin Ben Abdelrahman arrived Friday afternoon in Istanbul to take part in his capacity as a representative of President of the Republic Abdelmadjid Tebboune in the third Turkey-Africa Partnership Summit. Ben Abdelrahman is accompanied by Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community abroad Amtal Amamra. The Turkey-Africa Union or Partnership Summit, whose works at the level of the heads of state and government will take place on today. Saturday at the Congress Palace of Istanbul will be held under the slogan Enhanced Partnership for Common Development and Prosperity. The summit will bring together about 20 heads of state and government, ministers and a delegation of the African Union. It aims at giving fresh impetus to the strategic partnership between Turkey and the African countries and drawing up the outcomes of the two previous summits that were held in Istanbul in 2008 and in Equatorial Guinea in 2014. We ended this number. Thanks for watching.